Howdy hey, call me Renee. I've been sort of in an art rut lately, falling short on ideas, getting demotivated, and overall just not proud of what I'm making. In the midst of it, I've gathered a few tips that had helped me get my creative juices flowing, and I'm willing to share that knowledge with you guys. So let's get to it. Tip number 1, flip your canvas. Flipping your canvas can help you get a new perspective in your art. It's like looking at yourself in the mirror or flipping a selfie you took. You're not gonna look the same. Try doing it ever so often and use the liquify tool to fix any mistakes. Tip number 2, change of scenery. Go outside. Take a walk, take a breather, watch some birds, whatever. You're not gonna get your ideas by being cooped up in your bed like a hermit crab. Go outside. Okay, but jokes aside, your brain is gonna be overwhelmed if you're staying inside so much. Sometimes all you need is just a change of scenery. Going outside, maybe take some paper and draw outside. It'll help you get some inspiration from the world. Maybe you see something outside and then you'll have a new idea. Who knows? Go outside. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to change things up a bit. Maybe your art is feeling a little bit too generic for you. Maybe you just need to change things up a bit, adding some new shadows, maybe just simply changing up your style. Try some new things, get experimental. Tip number 4, blur your line art. Okay, I know I said I would focus these tips on more of an artist, but actually this helped me enjoy my art by giving it that soft line art effect, and it really made my art pop. So the way you do it is you copy your line art and then you use the blur effect and then just lower the opacity to however you want, and boom, you got it. Another thing I like to add is coloring that blur red and using the liner burn effect, and there you go. We got that soft, crispy line art effect that really makes your art stand out. Tip number 5, add little shines and use saturation. These are the things you could use to change up your style. So a good way with shines is maybe add little highlights to the eyes, making them feel more alive. Or even add highlights to the corner of your art and put them in an overlay. It gives your art that cute little sticker look. And with saturation, if you feel like your colors are a bit dull, try using hues and saturation to change up the colors and make them feel more alive. Don't overdo it though, you're gonna make your eyes bleed, unless that's your style. Tip number 6, use references. You have Pinterest. Use it. Make a board with bases and post references that you will need. If you're stuck on that one specific art because you can't draw that one specific pose and you just can't get your mind off it, look for a reference, practice, and draw it. Easy. You're not cheating on art or anything. References are there for a reason. Tip number 7, don't think too much about it. Just get it done. Don't waste your brain on silly little things like drawing that one line over and over until it's perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. If you're one of those people that are afraid of others noticing their mistakes, let me tell you something. Literally no one will know. Everyone will love your art, what you do, and what you make, no matter what mistakes you think you're doing. Tip number 8, take breaks and stretch. Take a moment to stretch your back, wrist, and vision. Get off that shrimp position you're in and touch your toes. Do circles with your wrist, and ever so often, look at something in the distance and blink slowly. If you have glasses like me, wear them please. Don't be like me. I have so many headaches. Tip number 9, go back to your roots. In this sense, I mean like going back to simpler times. Taking a sketchbook and just a random pencil you have and doodle on the paper. Simple. Sometimes it's overwhelming having all these options in digital art. You sort of miss the simplicity of drawing on whatever paper you find and using whatever pencil you have and just freely doodling on your paper without thinking about it. It's pretty refreshing actually. Tip number 10, look at art you love. Have a little favorite folder on Instagram or even a board on Pinterest with art and styles you particularly like. We learn about art by looking at art, and looking at art from others inspires us to make more art, and your art also inspires others to make art. and so on and so forth. It's just a cycle going over and over and over. Bonus tip, have fun. Art is a skill you train at your own pace, so take your time with it. There's no rush. You don't need to draw every day to improve, despite what everyone says. You just need to be determined about it. Okay? I think those are all I could list. I had more, but I removed them as they fall more in general art tips than actual tips for the artist. Although I did keep some here because they did help me with working on my art and making them have a different feel, which made me want to work on them more. But maybe I'll do another video on general art tips. Who knows? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Maybe comment down your own tips to help with motivation, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye! So I wanted to add a little update in my life. So I am working on another video, which was a list of social media, art social medias, and it's taking longer than I thought because it's a lot of research, but I'll try and get it out maybe next year. Also, I do not use Twitter anymore, and the Discord is closed, so sadly if you see any links around, they're not gonna work. Well, I hope I can still pop out these videos. I really like doing them. My English is not better when I'm with a script. Hope to see you around. And thank you for almost 200 subscribers. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.